All right, this is for AP Lit, Monday, November 23rd. So just, again, I'll try to keep this short. Review of chapters 9 and 10. Obviously, Catherine takes a pretty harrowing ride with John Thorpe in this chapter. So again, what is maybe some of the character detail based on how he acts and what he says? Something you could potentially write about there. What's his motivation for doing what he's doing? It's kind of a continuation of his braggadocious nature that we saw when we first met him in the previous chapters. Okay. Again, something else to potentially focus on with these chapters is, Catherine Morland's insistence on remaining nice and proper and mannerly. So, again, is she doing it? Do we think society is restricting her from expressing herself? Is she just too nice a person in general? Does she think the people she's around are stupid and it doesn't even bother to respond? Or John Thorpe could probably care less, whatever her opinion is or whatnot. So what do you think her motivation is behind that? Continually being nice and always saying the right thing. So again, that could be either character motivation, or even potentially conflict, right? So how Catherine has to interact with society because of its various barriers or obstacles or whatever. John Thorpe is an obstacle himself. So I think that goes along with our heroine's journey chart with that road of trials. Okay, so if you want to look back at that website, I think there were that third one there, and that's about the only ones you can probably choose at this point, the first 3 or 4 or so. But he's definitely an obstacle for a number of reasons, because again, we see him kind of conflicting with Henry Tilney. So, again, she has these unfortunate this unfortunate problem of having potentially 2 suitors, right? We went from absolutely meeting no one to now having potentially 2 suitors. So something else you could potentially talk about there. One thing I don't think I brought up last time was maybe the setting. So that could be an easy essay to write. Just Bath. Right, Bath sucks. Okay, so talk about that. How is it affecting, our main character? Okay, so be careful how you set that one up. All right, and you can obviously go back to previous chapters to look at that. We might see a potential character change here, right, with Catherine, and now that Henry's back. Okay, look back on page 84, 85. So again, what's her motivation? Is she changed? Is she the same? Because again, that's one of our long-term themes is the character changed or unchanged, and you can definitely, bet you're going to see something like that on the mock or the real exam. Okay, and then the last part of this reading is, I think the conversation between Tilney and Catherine is definitely Austen arguing about courtship. So if you look at that one close, it's really pretty interesting, right? They're really just kind of picking apart all the dumb things that people have to do because, again, decorum, manners, society, that time period, the way that men and women can interact with one another. So, don't forget, those articles that we read last week and things we've been talking about, or things we've seen on those video clips that I showed you as well, right? Austen being kind of sarcastic and subversive in some way. All right. So here for today's assignment, all I need you to do is plan. Okay, so we've been doing this all year, so just the same thing we've always done. So just to reiterate what you have to choose from, you can pick a particular spot on that heroine journey chart and match it up with a specific scene. And obviously that's probably going to go with Catherine. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Okay, then just to reiterate our AP focus, they're listed elsewhere. I also took a picture and it's on Google Classroom if you want to look at that. So I'm not going to waste your time going over those again. Or you can, so choose one, the chart, or a foci, and maybe those might go together. I'll leave it up to you. Or lastly, you can choose one of these long-term themes. So character changed or unchanged, which might be a possibility. I don't know, you tell me, right? We're a third of the way through the book. Has she changed has anything changed about her? I don't know, tell me. And then expectations versus reality. So again, that could encompass the whole book so far. Or maybe just a scene with her and John in the carriage, or a scene with her and Henry at the ball. again, you decide. There's so many options here. Okay, don't feel pigeonholed. So just pick something and unpack it. All right. So what I want to see turned in is a thesis that argues, that includes one of those three things above. Okay, a minimum of 2 pieces of evidence. I don't think we need any more. Okay, I would like direct quotes, please. All right. And then, if it doesn't match up exactly with what you're doing, well, then explain it. Set it up for me. Okay. And then lastly, just a brief 2-sentence explanation of what you hope to accomplish by looking at whatever it is you're looking at. Okay. So, and that's it. And then tomorrow, I'll just tell you my criteria for the essay. Again, we're going to try to keep it short and sweet. 10 to 12 sentences, but I'll give you a few more instructions as well. So maybe hold off and don't do it quite yet. I don't want you wasting any time. Okay. But if you got any questions, again, want to run an idea by me, hopefully we can just do it here in this assignment. Okay. All right. See you guys.